homeowner should have to pay just any bill that the city gives them. They have the right certainly to dispute whether it was necessary, the cost, how much they are charging, that kind of stuff.
The issue is in the city of Sacramento, they have an ordinance that essentially puts the onus on the property owner, the property owner that abuts the sidewalk, to make repairs to the sidewalk. And then there's a specific ordinance that also states that the property owner is liable for any injury or damage caused by a defective sidewalk or defectively repaired sidewalk. Generally what happens in those types of cases is when somebody is injured because of a defective condition of the sidewalk, usually you're going to name both the city and the adjacent landowner in any subsequent suit that's required.
The point of the story was that they didn't think they should have to pay at all, and unfortunately, they're supposed to maintain the sidewalks, and when they get really dangerous, the city can repair them and charge the homeowners for the cost. Technically, the homeowner actually owns their property all the way to the street, so they own the sidewalk portion. It's part of their property. It is a public thoroughfare, but the homeowner, by local ordinance, usually is deemed responsible for maintaining the sidewalks and keeping them in good repair.
Under Title 12, Chapter 32, there's a number of provisions and ordinances that relate to the notice. The city's got to provide notice to repair, who bears the cost of repair, what happens when there's a failure to make repairs, and then there's a specific provision that is entitled Civil Liability for Injuries, and that's Title 12, Chapter 32, Section 40, and it says each owner required to repair a defective sidewalk shall owe a duty to members of the public to keep and maintain the sidewalk area in a non-defective condition. As a result of the failure of any owner to maintain or repair the sidewalk, any person suffers injury or property damage, the property owner shall be liable to such person for the resulting injury or damage.
Over the years, I've seen people fall as a result of sidewalks that are not properly maintained, and depending on their age and susceptibility to injury, I've seen broken hips, broken legs, broken shoulder. I've even seen a head injury caused from a sidewalk that wasn't properly maintained.
Don't just ignore a notice. If you get a notice from the city, you should follow up with that. And then you're also going to want to keep your sidewalk in a non-defective condition. A lot of this is going to deal with maintaining your trees and foliage around the sidewalk that could potentially cause damage.
Whatever bill the city presents them with, was the action taken by the city reasonable? If they let the sidewalk, get into a state of disrepair, that, the city may fix it and charge them for it.